This fucking sucks.
Machine, I will cut you down, break you apart, splay the gore of your profane form across the stars. I will grind you down until the very sparks cry for mercy. My hands shall relish ending you here and now. Oh, fuck, dude, that was so good. Oh, shit! Oh my god! Oh, holy shit! Oh my god! Yes, squad. Let's go! He's 200 health, please! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I did it!
So concludes the life and times of King Sisyphus. A fitting end to an existence defined by futile struggle. Doomed from the very start. And I don't regret a second of it.
Ultrakill. I fell in love with this game the second I pressed play, and has overtaken Doom Eternal for my favorite shooter ever. Because, you know, it wouldn't be an Ultrakill video without clouding on Doom Eternal in the first quarter of the video. Oh, and by all means, Doom is not a bad game. It just has some issues that Ultrakill learns how to fix real quick. Doom looks much better. Obviously, for it being a AAA game, I would expect nothing less. But for the ever-growing Ultrakill team, it looks fine. It does well with the graphics it's given because it fits the gameplay and story so well. No, the reason I love Ultrakill so goddamn much is because of the dopamine. I've heard the term visual cocaine being given to this game, and I 100% agree with that testament. Ultrakill's whole niche is that you get rewarded for pulling off skillful maneuvers, and by God it does it well. You get rewarded with a fuck ton of damage, a shit ton of healing, or, if nothing else, a crispy sound tagged along with a big ass explosion, or a slight freeze frame of what you just did to hang up on your wall. Here's just a few examples. Projectile boosting. The basic understanding of projectile boosting is firing a projectile weapon that can be boosted and punching it really fucking hard. This usually includes both shotgun variants which explode on impact or the rod, aka the SRS cannon, that maxes its damage and speed. Nuking. This is usually used to deal massive damage to a large group of enemies, like in the first room of P-2 and in the Cyber Grind. And all you gotta do to set off a nuke is to let off a core eject and hit the core eject with a malicious rail cannon, letting off a massive explosion, killing almost all light enemies instantly. Rail coining. The concept is simple. Shooting a coin with a rail cannon. That's it. What makes it so good is that it's not so simple. Rail coining, in my perspective, tends to be throwing the coin while walking forward to throw the coin through the target, moving backwards to put the coin in front of the target, whipping out the rail cannon, shooting the coin behind the target, hitting the enemy once, making the coin bounce from the first coin through the target to the second coin, hitting the target twice, then the coin going to the weak point, hitting it a third time. This kills all enemies except for these ones right here.
Not even more.
But I feel that the best mechanic in the entire game is sitting right in front of us. The coin. The fucking coin is easily the most useful and powerful mechanic in this silly little robot's roster. Which is funny because you're literally killing gods and demons with essentially like 20 cents worth of coins. The coins made by the marksman revolvers move depending on how the player moves, in a very similar way of throwing grenades in Counter-Strike. Move to the left, the coin goes left. Move to the right, the coin goes right. Pretty simple. Dash forward and the coin goes flying forward. Walking backward actually leaves the coin right in front of you, which makes it very easy to use for a triple ultra Rico shot, and punching the coin into enemies. Oh, by the way, you can punch this projectile so fucking hard it turns hit scan, dealing pretty solid damage and bouncing above the targeted hits, which allows for some pretty flashy looking combos. Oh, I didn't even tell you what the coin, I didn't even tell you what the coin does. Okay, let me slow down, sorry. You throw the coin, and, you shoot it with something hit scan. Mostly the revolver, but the blue rail cannon also works.
Fun fact, enemies cannot scan bounce off from the coin and hit themselves. Like in the fucking throwing a well-timed coin at an enemy that is charging up a beamer. Like Marisol, the sentry will hit the beam and ricochet the beam to the nearest enemy, dealing a lot of fucking damage to whatever it hits. Hopefully the sentry or Morris killing them instantly.
Easy V1, I got this. I just needed a coffee.
But yeah, V1's right. If you combine coin movement with V1's point, you actually get some pretty neat moments.
I also recently found a coin can bounce off of the whiplash, Ultrakill's main use for transportation, aka a grappling hook. This will leave the coins in the air until you stop whiplashing them. This gives you a great opportunity to stack up a shit ton of coins in the air and hit the pile of them with the blue revolver, dealing a shit ton of damage, usually to bosses. It's fucking nuts. The coin is just so useful and fun to use. Masterful plays with the coin always gives a good amount of score and a good amount of dopamine to shower your fucking body with. Once again, a concept of easy to understand mechanic, absurdly difficult to master. Oh, and speaking of a difficult mechanic to master, and not because I need a good cutaway, parrying.
Parrying is once again a fun but difficult to master mechanic. It always does so much fucking damage, and in general, turning an enemy attack into your own is an amazing offensive and defensive skill to have. And it's just free damage to take. But going for a parry tends to put you in harm's way, and it really makes you think to yourself, okay, Sisyphus is charging up his sand bomb. I could run like hell and rocket jump away, or I can hit a massively timed parry, disrupting the explosion, giving me health, refilling my dashes, damaging him, and giving me a window to attack. But if I fuck this up, I'm dead for sure. Fuck it. Fuck it, let's just go for it. I find it funny as well that there's a few enemies in this game that just get fucked over by parrying. Here you are watching me 1v1 a swords machine without a gun. Like, that's how good parrying is. It heals, it stuns, it damages, it gives dashes, but at the same time, you're not dodging the attack, you're parrying it. No in between. They also did an amazing job on how parrying makes you feel. The game stops for a second while you hit your parry and really highlights what you're doing, and the parry attack tends to always have a nice visual, such as a projectile explosion, or the enemy themselves exploding. And I feel the reason parrying is so skill intensive is that you need to learn each and every single attack of every enemy individually to consistently parry every single enemy. And there's just so much to learn, and I don't even have enough time to go through all the mechanics. There's rocket lighting, slam storage, red explosions, dead coining, combos, HP thresholds, even the fucking style meter, which has been here the whole time and I haven't made a single explanation about it. Maybe this video is just due for a part 2. Or maybe you should just play Ultrakill. This game is too good for you to ignore if you like Doom games. Cause this just trumps all the other options out for a mile. It's crazy fun, intense, funny, and by God, this game's music is fucking fire.